Hi, today I will talk about the book I read, Never Split the Difference. This is a book about negotiation by Chris Voss and Tal Ross. Negotiation as if your life depends on it. Chris Voss I think he is retired, but he worked on FBA in New York in negotiation sector, in hostages sector, like he was a negotiation hostage in FBI. And he wrote this book talking about his techniques he learned in his FBI career, and how negotiation, like FBI guy, and how to become a good negotiator with very good techniques. And he now is in tendency, like he went in very podcasts like Jordan Peterson podcast, like Lex Friedman podcast, and Ray Huberman podcast. He's in the media. He now has a company called the Black Swan Group, because I will explain this later, but the books start every chapter talking a history that he had negotiation in around the world, and in New York, and every one with hostages, and he trying to negotiate with these guys that are criminals and have hostages. And the book talk about negotiation isn't a logic thing, like you need to understand the other's emotions, and understanding others' emotions, you can negotiate better, because negotiation is a emotional thing more rather than a logic thing. And the majority of people think negotiation is a logic thing, and you need to have logic and very sophisticated techniques. And in this book he only give you simple techniques that everyone can do, but is more about have empathy, understanding others' emotions, and creating connection with other people. This is the idea about negotiation. And he went to Harvard to do a test with other Harvard students, and had the test, and he smashed all Harvard students, like it was easy to him. And he thought how Harvard students don't know these techniques, and be so smashed by me, and how I could negotiated so easily with them. And this was because when had a moment when negotiation split into different areas. Have people that think negotiation is a logic thing, that you need to use logic, use more logic, more sophisticated techniques, and more on this kind of thing in this area, and have persons who tried to understand better people's emotions, better how they feel, have more empathy, and these kind of things. And Chris Voss went more in this area, and the Harvard and the universities went more in this area. And the area that bring more outcome is this area that the negotiation is more empathy, more understanding people's emotions, more understanding how they feel, and how do you can use it rather than is a logic thing that people is algorithm and you need to sophisticate techniques. And because of it, he smashed all Harvard students, and he showed in the talk some techniques like 10 no 10 no like 5 techniques and the concepts, something around it, and he teach these simple techniques that one of these techniques is mirroring, that is when you have 100% active listening and you repeat the last words that someone said to you, like how are you, and you ask how are me, and this bring time to you think, and people will respond to you, and in this way you can time to think, and you can spend hours doing this, because this works. This even worked in Chris Voss, that is a authority in this area, and someone used this technique in him and could spend hours, like 2 hours, only using this technique in him. And you need this mirroring the last words that someone said, and this is a good technique to you use. And in order to the book become more easily to understand, the author in the final of every chapter put in the chapter the review of chapter and the main idea of the chapter. And this is very good, because when you finish the chapter, you can read more and understand the review about the chapter. This is very good. And other technique is labeling, that you talk about other people's emotions, and this way you would negotiate better. Like have a doctor that don't want to give to you a drug that you want, and every time he's talk about his patients, he appear more fun and happy, and you say it seems like you have very conscious and appreciate and appreciate with your patients, and in this way the doctor would be more easily to talk and listen better you, and maybe do you would have your drugs that you want to improve your health. And he have a company called Black Swan Group, and this received this name because have the theory of Black Swan, and Black Swan is something that happened without any expectations, and this break the status quo and how the people see things. This started in some, I don't know exactly, but I think it was in the past century, and have some people in Britain that thought only have white swans, and everyone had this thought that every swan is white, and only have white swans, and in a moment someone went to Australian, and in Australian they found the black swan, and this break the status quo, like how could have black swans, only have white swans, but the black swan proved that have black swans, and only when these things happen do you can prove these things, and prove something is new, like do you cannot expectate a black swan, because this is totally new, and something that changed the world, like COVID, the 29 crisis, this kind of things is black swans. They called this company by Black Swan because he liked to remember it, and it had a history that had a bank assaulter that killed a hostage, and they he didn't want to have money or flying a helicopter. He wanted to be killed by police, and this is a black swan that change how you see the things. Like every bank assaulter, stealer wants a helicopter, money, and be alive. But this guy no, this guy wanted to be killed by police, and this is a totally different thing, totally different case that the other cases, and this changed how he saw the situation, and this was a black swan, because this was a totally different situation. And my review of the book is a good book. I want to read it again in audiobook version, because I want to understand better the techniques and this book. Have a lot more to talk about this book, but maybe this is a review in general about the book. Maybe I will do a specific video about each technique and specific matters. My review about the book is a good book. I recommend. I tried to put these techniques in practice, and it's been good. I'm trying, I'm talking better, I'm negotiating better, but I have a lot to learn. I have a lot to improve in my life, and this is the idea. This was Never Split the Difference. Thank you for your attention. I hope that you liked it, and bye.